Public. Yeah, 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 yeah. Create. I hate this new stupid. I feel like it's like not working. Yeah, like why do I feel like this is not working at all? Go to Twitter. I'm not seeing. Alright, well that did tweeted. Did it actually work? There we go. 3D Viking, what's up? Hey guys. So I need someone who is a pro with firmware because this stupid Sapphire Pro is driving me crazy and I cannot get it to frigging home correctly. Don't know why. Get another camera ready here. It's this big long cable. I'm using an old firmware, so the board from the Sapphire blew up, so it literally fried, and I just gutted my old a U10, old AlphaWise U10. So I grabbed that board, and it's working, but it won't home correctly, and I have Core XY enabled on here. And it just, I don't know what the problem is. Yeah, see, Core XY is enabled. So, like, I don't know. What's up, everybody? Sorry, I'm just frazzled by, like, trying to get this stupid thing to work. Let me get this up here real quick. Let's add a video capture. New source. Add source. There it is. Okay. We're just gonna shove that right there. So, can you guys see? You see the printer? Okay. So the front is here at the top, and so front of the machine, back of the machine. All right. So when I tell it to auto home, it homes to the front, which is incorrect. It's homing the Y first up front, not the X, and which it should home over here and to the back. Those are this is 0, 0 right here in this back corner. So I can't turn it around because I got it very jankily hooked up here. But if I do this, I put this thing in the middle, okay, and I do move axis, move X, it moves correctly. doesn't it? Because it zeroes here, so technically it's backwards. So maybe that's why. Let me invert the motors now and try it. So, where's the next one at? Because I was using, so let's do true, false. Now let's try that. So it's just, yeah, this Sapphire Pro, this thing freaking sucks. Let me get a better view here for you guys so you're not looking at me. Let's just do this. Let's just change this for the, for that. Let's make this big. And do like that. That's a little bit better. No, the MKS Robin died. It literally fried a driver. It's an absolute piece of garbage. So I have a, this is called a, what is this called? A BT, this is a BT7. So it's this board here, this BT7200 ramps plus 2 is what it is. It's a board I had on hand, so that's why I'm using it. Just trying to get this thing to do something. Alright, so if we do there, auto home now. Yeah, see, it's jacking out because it's homing Y first. It's supposed to home X. So it's expecting that. But everything's wired correctly. And I have a freaking Hypercube already. Like, I know how a Core XY works. I'm going to double check that I did wire that right, but I am 99.9% sure. Yeah. Front left is X, front right is Y. Okay, that's all wired correctly. The belts are going all the right directions. Why in God's name is it doing that? Yeah, motors are good, Patrick, because if I tell the motors to move now, here, let me connect Pronterface here. So if I tell it to, you know, move anyway, I get movement. But this is what I don't understand. It's wired correctly, but the logic is wrong. Because right now it's moving on the Y, but I'm moving X. I'm telling it to move X. Okay? I don't... The end stops are correct. At least they should be. Okay, when I say jank, I mean... like... super jank. I've got the board basically hanging under there right now so I can figure out what the hell's wrong. Yeah, I mean, X is in X, Y is in Y. Unless they're just labeled wrong. Alright, let's see. Let's see what this does now. Okay, so that goes the wrong direction. So, Y homes correctly. Well, see, now if I swap the motors, I'll show you what happens. Yeah, see, it just, let's see which way it tries to move. So let's put this in the middle. So I've swapped X and Y now. Yeah, it's going to the front now. So, all right, let's continue on that train of thought there. Let's invert these again. And let's see what that does. Well, let me see, Paul. You might be right. Maybe the labeling was wrong on the end stops when I installed them. I don't know. They're all pre-installed though, so I don't get it. Let's wait for this to load up here. Little Weedos, I think I checked all of that. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I did. Let's wait for this. It's uploading now. Okay. Shnikes! It homed! Holy crap, it homed. Holy absolute crap, it homed. So I had to change the end stops, the X and Y end stops, to be reversed. And then I had to change the motor directions for both of those. So Brandon, I couldn't get a newer version of Marlin. This is 1.1. something ancient, 1.1.0. So it's really old. I just want to get it working, and then I can try and get it. Yes, Patrick, that's correct. This is how it's supposed to home, is in this back corner. I'm sorry that everything is so crummy right now. I was not planning on doing any of this, so I'm not like prepared for a stream. I just really needed some help. I've been working on this for a couple hours now. Okay, so now let me connect Pronterface. Let's get the Z out of the way. Oh my god, it is so bloody slow. Also, it's not moving enough. I need to change the steps of the Z, because I just told it to move 30 and it moved like nothing. So where's it at? So it has Z as 400. That should be right. Right? What's the... Where's it at? Where's the Sapphire Pro? Oh, and it's 1600 for that. That's saying E should be 412. Alright, let's up. Alright, how do I make this faster? I need to get the... I want the... Can I make this like 100 and make Z go faster? That should work, right? Disconnect pronter face. Alright. Yeah, the other thing that, I mean, it comes with this goofy MKS Robin Robin Nano board on there. It comes with this goofy MakerBase ribbon cable touchscreen, which I have no other boards that can use that crap. At least I don't think so. I mean, I have two SKRs here that both use standard displays. So I'm like SOL on the screen situation. I don't really get it. Okay, I finished. That's better. Now let's see. Where am I at? Pronter face, connect. Alright, let's get the Z out of the way. Once this finishes, yeah. Okay. Okay, so that's alright. So now if we move X. Okay, see, but it's moving. X and Y are inverted now. So because so yes, okay, now it homes, but now X is Y and Y is X, because I reversed the motors. But the only way I could get it to home was by reversing the motors. What the hell does that mean? I don't get it. So X is Y and Y is X. I don't know how to do that here. And looking at the... No, home is on min. So if I do this here, so I'm using X, Y, and Z min plug, okay? Now, I mean, inverting the logic just means whether it's triggered or not triggered. So I don't know how to invert the home direction because, well, I mean, if I do that, then it totally screws up because then it's asking for, shoot, where's that at here? Well, I mean, if I invert the motors and then if I invert this from min to max, then it screws up. Brandon, this is the stock U10 firmware because it has everything. This board is weird. I couldn't find this board in the new version of Marlin. Yeah, the only way to invert the home direction is if I change it to max, and if I change it to max, then I gotta change the... Unless that's what I need to do. X min and Y max, but I tried that before and it just didn't work. It's a troubling thing to try and figure out here. Put the end stops in max ports. Well, what if I do... Alright, Philip, let me see what you say here first. Because if I do... Where's my little notebook thing at? So... 0, 0 is supposed to be the back left is 0, 0. But I could change that around and make Y max X min it's just weird because my hypercube homes to the front left, so it's easy. But because this homes to the back left, and that makes sense. So if I want to see what Philip says first, but I'm thinking to just change all that up. Yes, it goes to 0, 0, Philip. But right now my X and Y are flipped. Techie, you're onto something. I think that's right. I think front left should be 0, 0, not front right. Although, but if I do say front right is 0, 0, then if I say front right is 0, 0, then 0 and 150. Well, it's reversed, Philip. I mean, it's not. Yeah, let me see this. Okay. So if we say Y is going to go to max, okay? We're going to send Y to max. And then we're going to we're going to go up here. That's correct, Philip. Back right is 0, 0 on the FT5. On this printer, back left is 0, 0. So you make me wonder now, what's the setup on the FT5 then? This is my FT5 firmware. So, yeah, we're calling that mean, so if I go in prone face, so go off what you're saying here. Hang on. Prone face. I'm connected. So if I tell X, so G1 X 150. No. I don't know why it's not working. The slicer's not the problem. I don't care about printing. Printing is not a thing right now because it doesn't even fucking print. I need it to actually operate in the proper directions, and it's not doing that. So we're going to put X and Y back to where they were. I know what Tech Daddy said. I'm going to switch these. X max. Y max. I'm going to do X min. I want it to be fun. So X min, Y max. Alright. So we're going to do that. And then we're back connected now. All right, we're back connected now. So we're gonna go. Which way are you doing? Okay, and then we're gonna go open this up, and we're gonna change that, and we're going to change the Y to be max. Alright, so not using Z-min or Y-min, we're using Y-max, and we're not using Y-min, we're going to use Y-max. Let's see what this does. Well, Philip, it has to home in the correct X and the correct Y to begin with. If it doesn't do that, I can always flip X and Y in the slicer to make it be appropriate. That's not the problem. It's having actual proper movement. That's the problem. If it doesn't move properly, it doesn't matter if it can print or not. It's not even going the right direction. And if it can't home, then it's screwed all around. Let's see if this works. Okay. All right, let's see what this does now. Nope. It's homing freaking Y. Why are you homing Y first? I told you to home X. But change motors back, it's going to be the wrong direction again. Because if I tell it, prepare, move, X, moves the wrong way. Piece of goddamn junk. write that. Because you're a piece of crap. So I'm telling it to home X, but it's homing Y. No, Brandon, it's fine. It still doesn't make sense why the opposite axis is moving. Yeah, X and Y are inverted again for... I just did swap the cables around and it still went the wrong way. Still don't get why it's homing, why X and Y are inverted. No matter how I do the cables, X and Y are not the same. I mean, I have a newer version of Marlin here to try. It just, I don't... Well, I can't use a new version of Marlin because it doesn't like this board. So I don't think it does. Can't remember if this compiled or not. Let's see if this even compiles. Tech Daddy, I really don't care as long as it homes and the X and Y are correct. That it honestly, I can't even get that far right now. No, it's not a Robin Nano. It is a whatever the hell I said before. It is a Ramps Plus 2, a BT7200. The Robin Nano board is dead. Let's see if this even uploads. I'm wondering if for some reason to go Core YX. Clayton, it's this crappy Sapphire Pro. I'm wondering if I go Core YX, if that would invert the logic properly. Oh, that's why I couldn't get the screen to work on the new version of Marlin. Which I don't know why, because I'm using the... That's why I couldn't use the newer version, 1.9. Because it doesn't like the board for some reason. It doesn't like the screen, which is the proper one. So I'm thinking something else is missing here from the boards. It's the RepRap Discount Full Graphics Smart Controller. But let me go back to this version because I know this version worked. I'm gonna do Core YX instead of XY. Let's upload this one. And let me verify my cables are... I'm going to put my cables back to where they should be. Still uploading? Yeah, we're still uploading. Well, that's what I want, Philip, because right now it's your Y is front and back to you, your X is side to side. Well, right now my Y is this way, my X is here. So I need that to turn so I can get it. Yeah, I have X min and Y max. X, Y. Holy shnikes. There it goes with everything right. This is a Y, this is X min and Y max. Holy hot damn. Oh my goodness. Now, if I pull up Prana Face, connect. Alright, so now we're back there. So if I tell X to move 100, we get that. If I tell Y, because Y is at max now, Y is not moving at all. Okay, so now how can I set this up in Simplify 3D here? And did I have the Sapphire in here? Or was I using... No, we're just gonna make a new one. We're just gonna clone my hypercube real quick. Where's my hypercube at? No. Save as new. Sapphire Pro. Alright, so we want to go to... Where am I at? G-code. So this here is 235 by 235. And homing direction, Y is at max. Let's not flip. What does that look like here? That looks like this. That looks right. Go to site. What'd you send me here, Brandon? Oh, this is which? Oh, this is Marlin 2.0. I don't know. Does Marlin 2.0 work on this old ass board? That's the problem. Again, that Robin Nano is fried. No, Phil, I don't have to move them. But if I import a... let me find test 3D Benchy. Benchy pulls in correctly. So Benchy should work just like that. Yeah, give me a minute to tidy this up for a second. Hang on here. That didn't work at all. The extruder on this thing absolutely sucks. So let me move the Z real quick. Let's set everything to start heating up here. Oh, thanks, Brandon. I got you. So Clayton, the problem is that I don't know. The newest version of Marlin is not working with this display that I have. This is the last display I have on hand. And this hot end, I actually have a video planned to change out the hot end. Well, not video, I was going to do a live stream this next weekend. But maybe I'll just do it tomorrow. Push some filament in here real quick. Let's see if this thing will even print something. Let me get an SD card here. Let me see if this thing will print right now. Darren, no, it's a bad power supply. And then what else we figured was bad? The heater was it the heater cartridge on that is bad? No, I'm waiting on the power supply and something else. I can't remember now. But I worked with Tim from TH3D to get that crummy board working. Save that, yes. Let me clean off this SD card real quick. Yeah, oh yeah, Brandon, you're right, yeah, because the heater cartridge will only get up to 123C. Actually, you know what, Brandon? That's not the problem. The problem is, no, that is the problem, because I thought it was the other thing, because I changed out, because I'm using E1 for the bed. Yeah, never mind. I don't know if this bed's leveled or not, so we're going to find out here real soon. Actually, I'm going to level the bed real quick. We'll level the rest of it once it gets started. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Brandon. So I have to... for display is a garble. No, Clayton, display doesn't even show anything when I use a newer version of Marlin with this older, with this display. I mean, honestly, I'm using a pretty crummy board and a pretty crummy display. Let me check. Let me pull up that firmware real quick, Brandon. So that's the, what did we say? That's the A10. Let me look at that real quick. Yeah, it's a Core YX. You know what? 2 trees. Almost there. It needs to be PID tuned. Okay, it's going to go down there to the front. Down the extruding. Alright, the extruder is inverted. Let me fix that real quick. Upload this. All right, go back to here. Yeah, see, it's not even getting to that. It says bed temp is 135, Brandon, but it is still on heater 0, and heater 0 is 275. The only thing I could think to do is to turn off PID temp and see if that works out. Okay, that's done quickly. Oh no, it's not. It's still going. It says it's done uploading, but it's not. There it is. I just uploaded the wrong. I just uploaded the wrong one. Get out of here. I have way too much going on right now. Okay, so this is false. Now I can upload that. Okay. Let's see how this goes now. Finish uploading yet? No, not yet. If I can get this to work, I'm going to call this a success for now. Try some test prints tomorrow. I don't work tomorrow. And then go from there. But my plan is to put a V6 on this. Alright, let that heat up now. For being a 24-volt system, I'm not really impressed with it. I can say that. I just can't believe that people. Like, I know reviewers sometimes get duds, but like this is beyond a dud of a machine, and their documentation is absolutely god awful. That twist tie at. Extruder is heating up. See where this goes. Is the auto friggin' on this on? Yeah, that's autofocus. I did order in some new camera stuff because this just is abysmal. Man, the PID tuning in this is way overshot. 221 except for 210. There we go. Alright, so that's going. I need to double check my start G code for this. Oh, we're extruding some plastic there. putting it down. Those first few layers are probably going to be crap because there's not going to be a retraction. The filament broke in the tube. I don't feel like getting it back out. Yeah, we're gonna do this at like. I'm gonna make that faster move there. Make that go a little bit faster too. Okay, and then we can update the profile. What's the speed I have this at? Okay, 50 millimeters a second, so nothing too crazy for this. I literally just copied my hypercube. I don't know if this is gonna work at all. It sounds so crummy with these A4988 drivers. So maybe once I get this working, I can throw in the 2208s that I wanted to put in this to make it quieter because it is so loud. You guys can't hear. I have other printers going and it's raining outside and fans are going. And again, this is not an optimal setup night. I apologize for that. Okay, it is printing backward. It is printing backwards. Oh, Patrick. So it ended up being this is a Core YX, not a Core XY. So by me picking the wrong one in Marlin, that's why everything was backwards and not working the way it should. Now everything's wired up exactly the way it should be. I have Y set to max, and yeah, but I need to mirror the X. Flip axis on X. No, that's not what I want. I need to import that again. 3D Benchy. Edit this. So right now it is this is how it's supposed to look. Benchy pointing to the right. Benchy here is backwards. No, wait, it is right. No, that's right. No, we're good. I'm looking at it upside down because I'm an absolute idiot and it's late. It's 1 o'clock in the morning now. Alright, so we're moving. I am shocked at this, and I have to thank every single one of you guys for hanging out with me while I bashed my head over some firmware in this stupidly horrible machine. It could be so good, but they put such a bad board in it and just all of this crap. It's looking pretty good so far. Yeah, Patrick, that's the one thing of, I mean, even at work, You know, when you work by yourself, it's really hard because there's no soundboard or anything like that. You know, you want to throw something at the wall, see what sticks, but if you're the only one looking at it, it all looks like shit. So it doesn't really help. And that's kind of why I wanted to pop on the stream and be like, okay, like, there's at least going to be a couple dozen of you people to show up and say, hey, no, you're an idiot, Shane. Do this or do that, or help me do research. Brandon was able to figure out that, yes, it is a Core YX, not a Core XY. And that changed everything. And my God, I am peeling now. All that time in the sun. Archer, I did, yes. I had to put the inversions back. I changed the Y from Y min to Y max. So now, as you can see on my little screen here, I am, my 0, 0 position is the back left corner of the printer. And I have that annotated properly. It's printing correctly. I don't have to mirror any axes. That's working. So it was just changing the S-stop and changing the Marlin core movement from XY to YX. I might upgrade this to the V6 purely just for better thing. Brian, what printer is this? Core XY. Yes, so this is the Sapphire, the Two Trees Sapphire Pro. And I received this a while ago for a review unit. I got it back, I believe, in December. And I troubleshot it for a long time. I got some prints out of it, and then it just started acting goofy. And then it actually fried a driver. So I had some smoke come out from under the machine, and yeah, so the board is dead. I also don't know really how to configure the other firmware, so I barely know how to configure old school 1. Something Marlin. 2.0 requires different compiler, and I can't do it. And that's my whole thing, is when I review printers, I want to see what it is for the average person to receive them. And I'm an average person. I'm not a professional. It's not what I do for a living. I do this at night. And if I can't figure it out, and I'm a tech-savvy person, I mean, I'm an administrator. I've been doing IT work and electronics work and motors and generators and AC systems. I mean, I've been doing that for 15 years now. So if I can't figure it out, how many other people were able to figure this out? I mean, their group is full of nothing but people having issues with this machine. I've seen, what, 1, maybe 2 actual favorable reviews for this printer, and the one was design, prototype, test, and all. I mean, he just spits out shit anyways. He's literally the worst advice. If you want to get bad advice, go watch that dude's YouTube channel. Cooling on max? Yep, cooling on max. Vincent, I don't know. Honestly, my FT5 is running. It's a, almost 4-year-old machine running Marlin 1.1.2, maybe 3. It still prints perfectly fine. I get fantastic prints off of it. I don't even know why I'd upgrade for that one. I personally don't see the need to upgrade them. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. What would I say my favorite 3D printer on the market is today? Whew. That's a good one because I have several favorites. The Anycubic i3 Mega has been my favorite for a long time. The Mark 3S I like a lot. It's very expensive though. The Ender 3 is a good all-arounder, and it's cheap. That's hard to say because my favorite has definitely changed over time. I mean, the Mark 3S still gives me superior prints, which is really nice. Patrick. Getting a little bit curling on the bow there. Yeah, I wish I could zoom this in or something because I hate these webcams. Zoom. There we go. There we go. I can do that. Wow, that picture quality looks ridiculous. Oh God, can I change that at all? Because that looks just so bad. Let's do custom. I want to do 1920 by 1080. Match that. Oh, maybe I was able to do it. Hang on. Sorry. Hang on a second. Almost there. Almost there. There, that's better. It was the wrong resolution. Now, can I zoom this thing back in? Or is that zoomed in all the way? Alright, let's try to zoom in again. No, that's zoomed in as it gets. Done. Yeah, so that's as good as I can get on that, sorry. Oh, nice, Philip. I bought the Ethernet breakout boards. They're in here. I have to cut it open. Yeah, I brought those Ethernet breakout boards, and I have the different ones to do that. I just haven't done it yet. I took the machine apart for a week to do the 713 Maker upgrade. That took a while. But I'm still running the 12-volt silicone heat pad on that. It's working fantastic. Brian, do you have any recommendations on a build platform? Currently using glass or CR10. I've been debating on getting a magnet spring steel style. So Brian, right now that's all the rage. Personally, I like the Anycubic Ultra Base. It's glass. It works good for PETG, PETG and PLA was mainly what I print, and it works out great for those. TPU as well. Put down a little bit of glue stick. But I like that a lot. But if you want to get something, I have a Wham Bam system. It works. It's not my favorite, but it does work. I have not tried TH3Ds, but there's a couple other ones out there as well. But for me, I don't need to remove my bed. I like the print self-releasing. I can just grab it off and then hit start again and be done. I don't want to have to remove the build plate, flex it off, put it back. I don't know. That's just me, maybe. Archer, I don't know. I don't have any 32-bit boards, so. Vincent, sure. If you go ahead onto my Discord, I think I have the. Do I have the thing open? Hang on, let me find out where this stupid YouTube thing. Edit. Yeah, okay, down in the video description, there is a link to my Discord. Go ahead there and ask in the channel, one of the channels there, for the profile, and I'll provide that to you. It's just getting late, and I'm not going to be able to do it for you tonight, so I'd rather you ask on the Discord. Nick, I've done ABS on it a few times just because the Maker Box came with a couple ABS ones, but now I do all my ABS printing on PEI with glue stick inside the FT5. It just is easier because it's enclosed. But I just don't like ABS. It smells, and I have no reason to print it. Yeah, Philip, you and I had the same heated bed. The black one is the, well, wait, no, yours is newer than mine. I have the, so there's the R1 and the R2, and the R1 had 4 versions, and the second version had the black heated bed. That's the one that I have. But again, I just have the piece of corkboard, silicone heat pad, and the glass all together on top of that. All right, Vincent. Yeah, I'll take care of it in tomorrow. Oh, we finally made it through all that other filament. I don't know if you guys changed color. See, I went from the light gray to the dark gray. So that light gray was the entire Bowden tube full of that other filament. So hopefully retractions will be better now. Oh, mains, yeah, that works out, Philip. My only problem with doing mains is that I never know where I'm going to live, if it's 110 or 220, and I don't want to run that off of an inverter. So here my house is 120, my last place everything was 220, so I have to kind of be mindful of that. So I prefer to run everything off of the 12 volt or 24 volt. Yeah, Darren, glass. I use glass and PEI with a lot of things. I mean, glass was what I first started out with. Real clean glass, no glue or anything like that. Then I went to PEI for a lot of things. Now I do, if anything's a little too sticky, I'll put a little bit of glue stick on PEI. My favorite, though, is printing on one of my MK3s. This textured flex sheet this is from Subtle Design. I actually ruined part of it. But this thing is fantastic. This is by far my favorite. I'm going to order a couple more from him. He sent me this one to review, and I have dogged it pretty bad. But he's out of stock now because of the whole pandemic thing. So once he gets some more, I'm going to order these. But this is by far the greatest build sheet I have encountered yet, and he does make it for multiple printers. All right, Nick Sasson, do you need an enclosure or PETG? Getting a CR10 delivered this weekend, hopefully. No, Nick, you do not need an enclosure or PETG. You just need to run your fan at 30% or less. It varies from company to company, but that will help reduce your stringing. But yeah, the only thing you truly need an enclosure for is ABS. Polycarbonates like to be enclosed. They don't have to be. As much as ABS, as long as there's no breeze going through, you can do polycarbonate without it. But short answer, no, you don't need one. Philip, I really wanted to get the build platform from 713 Maker, but God, I just can't spend $60 on a build platform. You know, it took me 3 years just to buy all the other parts, but I still have not bought his single Z because I'm running two end stops now in the FT5. I'll have a video coming on that soon. I did the work back in January on the printer, and I recorded everything. I just haven't edited the video yet. Oh, Chris says nylon. Yeah, I don't really print nylon either. I have once or twice for an actual print or maker box, but I don't use that really. Pets. If you're doing Pet Fang, you might want to do less because that thing blows like no tomorrow. Bed temp, you're gonna, yeah, whatever the spool says. Normally 70 to 80 for PETG, and again, I put down glue stick with that just to make sure that it sticks really well. Yeah, Gunner's right. ABS is an old school filament. Brian's asking, what do you use to hold the build surface down? Binder clips. That's why I use that on everything. The FT5 has them. The FT2020 has it. Unless it's a magnetic build plate or something with a sticker on it, I'm using bed clips. Correct, Chris. There is no replacement for ABS, but you have the beginning, the first two, PLA and ABS. Then PETG was the marrying of the middle. It's the child of them. It's so much. I don't know. I like PET way better. Well, Philip, if you get a good price, you should get me one too. Laying down, not too bad of layers right now, I can say. It's not too bad at all. Oh, the camera's crooked as hell, though. Amazon Bake is PETG? Yes, it works. Chris, what do you use? You probably just use Prusa Slicer, don't you? I prefer Simplify 3D. Best brand of filament regards to consistency and reliability. Atomic. I've never used Atomic. But 3D Solutech has never done me wrong yet. 3D Printing Canada has some good stuff. The Filaments.ca, another Canadian company, good filaments from them. And I've never had any problem with the Amazon stuff. Amazon Basics has been pretty good. Protopasta is one of the cream of the crops, but I'm sorry, $30 for 500 grams is a lot of money to spend. I have spent it. I have several spools from them, but it's like I am printing very specific things with Protopasta and ColorFab too. ColorFab's also pretty good. Can you build printer parts out of PETG, or is it better to use ABS and a printer in an enclosure? Oh, yeah. It depends what kind of fan you're going to have in there. If it's going to be a heated enclosure with an actual heater in there, I would probably print it out of polycarbonate, to be honest. I think that'd be better. The Bear build I'm doing is going to be out of polycarbonate. My original Mark 3S is out of PETG, and my Mark 3S clone that I did myself, that video series on, is out of Protopasta HTPLA. I only have one printer that's enclosed, and that's the FT5. Because again, if you have multiple printers, only one needs it. If you only have one printer, just throw a bag over it the time you need to print something that needs to be enclosed. There's no reason to build some crazy enclosure unless you need to have this like really neat little area pushed to the side. I mean, if I had one printer maybe, but I don't, so I can't really express on that. It's just a big flat print. shnikes. I glued it down because I didn't want anything to happen to it. Tell you, it's kind of rough to get off of here now, though. That works. That is some old filament there. Good gravy. This is for another project coming up you guys might like. Oh, PTG. Okay, Chris. Good to know. Yeah, Vincent, it'll be fine. Like, unless you're doing like a heated chamber, then it's a little different. The biggest POS printer I've ever used, honestly, you're probably looking at it. Or the, what was that one, that tiny one? It was like an M3D Nano clone that I got. It was the Easy 3D, I think is what it was called. That was just junk. This one probably gave me the most gray hair, I can say that. I only bowed a little bit. Doesn't be perfect, I guess, though, either way. Brian, I have a 3D Upfitters enclosure on my FT5. I was a beta tester for them, heck, 3 years ago when they sent it to me. Gotta say, I've definitely seen better benchies before than this one. Alright, well, it is getting late. I think I'm going to call it a night. And, yeah, I'm going to let this benchy finish tonight. I think I'm going to try maybe a few more other test prints with this tomorrow. Again, since I'm off, I got some other projects to work on, but I'll just let this thing print and try to figure out what I'm going to do about the screen. Maybe try and print something for this to sit on the front, or, I don't know, maybe I'll just drill out this thing here. I don't know. I really don't like it. It annoys me, but I'll have to figure something out. Or maybe if I'll do another stream tomorrow, we'll talk about it. See what people's recommendations are. Don't forget, guys, join the Discord. I hang out in there all the time now. And if you need help with anything, just give me a holler in there. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for Brandon, a couple of you guys that helped out with all these parts and figuring out this weird setup. But I would like to get a new version of Marlin going. So again, that'll be another night to try and work on. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll catch you later.